Alright, so chat, I ain't gonna hold you. I'm just gonna talk about the characters I am interested in, so I'm not even gonna talk about the nerfs and shit. However, Oscar is very interesting. I've read this as well, and her running 1+2 sounds really good now, you know. Yeah, apparently Azucena is finally dead. Praise the Lord. Coffee queen, more like coffee bitch. Fang got a couple of slaps on the wrist. Again, I'm not gonna cover everything, okay? But here's the thing. Jack got some very interesting changes, okay? So, first of all, back to inconsistency got fixed. That's cool. It's the same goes for Wild Standing 4. That's cool. But this is a very big piece of text for a reason. So let me talk about this, okay? When transitioning to Gamma House stance, which is his flex for the people that don't really know the names, the remaining time on the heat timer now recovers by 30 frames. When successfully intercepting an opponent's attack with the 3+4 in Gamma, which is the like the force barrier, right? The remaining time on the heat timer now recovers by 90 frames, and additionally restores 10 to recoverable health as well. When intercepting subsequent attacks, only 5 is restored. So this means, from what I can gather, that if you hit the Q, you get your heat back, which is ridiculous because Jack in heat is really nice. Like his Gamma How is already good, right? His Gamma stance is good, but don't forget you have an guard breaking high that is plus million, but it guard breaks then. You have a safe mid launcher in heat. This is talking about heat, right? So safe mid launcher, and you have armor, I think, on the guard break. So this is awesome. And now, in my opinion, you would have thought that this is the big buff, but funny enough, it's this simple line here. And I think Tupin can contest to this. The frame advantage on block has been changed from -10 to a -9, and this is Gamma How 1. So that's the big hook, the homing hook, mid hook that gives you a guaranteed 1 if you hit it on hit. But on block, it's now completely safe. No, it was always -10. I'm gonna be honest, almost no one really punished it, right? But the fact that it's safe, officially safe now, that's ridiculous. So this means that stance, you know, normally if you want a mid that was pretty fast and it will counter steppers, you would be unsafe at -10. But now you can literally in your mind say, oh, I can just go for it, and if I'm getting blocked, there's no risk behind it. I'm not gonna get punished. I don't lose momentum since I'm not getting punished. Your turn is over though, because -9. But it's such a cool feeling to say to yourself, oh, I did a button and I'm not completely unsafe. It's safe now. So that's good. The hitbox has been expanded. So that is the Gamma 2. So this might, Dave made a great point. This might unlock new combo routes. Since it has been expanded, it might give us new combo routes. Would be cool. And this was a fix. And this is also a fix. So this for Jack, not a lot. Regaining heat is amazing. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm happy because not a lot of Jack players use the Gamma House stance, right? I'm trying to use it because it's badass and, you know, gigas, but this does give you an incentive to go for the Gamma How, and I'm glad to see that. You know, it's a cool stance, a very cool stance, makes him hype, right? It is so hype to absorb like Azucena's running attack, you get your shit back and you launch them back, you know, it's so cool. I don't know why Jin only has this. Only like one line. This is ridiculous. But, you know, whatever. The only thing on Jin, I'm gonna cover a couple of them. The only thing on Jin I do know that got nerfed is her full screen tracking beam. Oh my god. Why was this even a thing at the start? So, the tracking ability of the second hit has been adjusted to prevent it from tracking opponents who sidestep the first hit. So, what does this mean? The first hit was like, you could space it out, right? The second hit was just completely full screen, you had to deal with it. And it was plus on block, it wall splat, It did everything you wanted. Okay? Yeah, now it doesn't. You can actually step this. It's gonna be not the easiest, but you can step it. And now, the amount of health recovered on block has been reduced. So, it normally would, like, legit almost heal all your potential HP. Now it won't. It won't. So that's good. Speaking of which, someone made a great point on Devojin. I think that's worth mentioning as well. His heat got nerfed as well, in the sense of the forward momentum has been reduced and the reach has been shortened. The tracking ability against sidestep has been reduced. So, full screen Cycle Crusher, it got nerfed, and that should have been nerfed because this bun carried a lot of people. This bun was low-key even more brain dead than King's Heat Smash. And reason being, it's just full screen, it's plus, it's mid. Like, you couldn't do shit about it. Versus King, I could at least space him out, and if he whiffs the first part of the Heat Smash, you could launch him. You cannot do this with Devojin. It was just, okay, he's in my face, either wall splat or it's still his turn. So I'm glad this is a thing. So let's go back. So that's Jun, Kazuya, or whatever. King got nothing. And I'm gonna be very honest, except for a Heat Smash nerf with a measly 4 points. Which is not it. I'm gonna be honest, this is Bandai literally saying, yeah, we don't care about this. I honestly, go fuck yourself. Because this still hurts. This is still 60 damage. And it's still a force mix-up on block. Oh, they said they will address King next patch. Okay, better. Because this ain't it. This ain't it. That would have been it. Okay, so there will be a next part, right? Okay, that's good to hear. So I guess y'all tune in for my opinion about this. And I'm gonna talk about everything, okay? Except for the rage. No one gives a fuck about the rage. Well, it's a little issue where Kuma could, like, go through people at close range. It got fixed, I guess. Okay. This is all my opinion, right? So, if you disagree, feel free to disagree. So, Panda, during Heat Smash, the damage has been changed from 20, 35 to 22 to 40. As a result, this total damage will, when hitting on the ground, will be 44 to 50. So I hope this will also help with the terrible damage scaling mid combo, because sometimes you were already in heat and you would like floor break, but the ball scales so hard where if you floor break, the combo afterwards does 0 damage. So I hope this will fix it, where if you floor break, you'll do like a decent amount of damage, right? So this is hopefully good, but this still doesn't fix the bigger issues, which are the terrible range, right? The ball has one of the worst Heat Smash range in the game. It's still 15 frames, and that's pretty much it. Those are the bigger issues, and those might be only 2 issues, but those are very big issues. Compared to other like Heat Smash in the game, what is like full screen or mid screen, also 15 frames, gives you a big combo or a big wall splat. This doesn't wall splat. This does not wall splat. It only gives you a knockdown if it hits, maybe for guaranteed hits, but that's still not good compared to other Heat Smashes give you like a fucking full screen wall splat like Jin. It does give you like really good mix on block, so please keep that. But maybe, if I might be honest, it's either speed the Heat Smash with like at least 2 frames to make it 13 frames, or make it so that if you cast the Heat Smash, she dashes up a little bit. She dashes forward, because now if you do it right here, the Heat Smash will happen right here. Like, she doesn't dash forward while activating it. So imagine if she would do like a little dash forward and then does the Heat Smash. That would be fucking nice because you have more range. You see what I mean? But now it just feels like, okay, I want a Heat Smash and I don't reach it. And on whiff, it's death. Right? It's just death on whiff because it takes so long for the animation to play. You can literally float her. So that would be a little bit of a better buff, but we have to wait and see. Maybe that will happen. So the next one is Panda specific as well, which is her heat move. So for the people that don't know, that is Shooting Star. That is the Xiaoyu looking like move where she does the tippy toe kicks in the air and then she falls, putting her in sit for a mix up. And on hit, it gives a hard knockdown, and it also floor breaks, which is good. But let's see what they did. The move now can be executed from barrel roll. This is a very interesting change. I'm not saying it's good or bad because we don't know how interruptible this is gonna be. So imagine if you do barrel roll and you do Shooting Star. Can you float it? Does it jail? Is it a forced situation where you cannot arbor through? So this is a very big question mark, but it sounds cool, especially because of the other changes underneath it. So the damage has been changed from 8, 10, 12 to 13, 20, and 26. This is a massive change. This is a lot more damage. As a result, the total damage when hitting on the ground will be 21 to 40. That's almost double the yeah. That is ridiculous. This is a big amount of damage now. Just 50 plus is ridiculous. What is it, 59, right? Yeah, it's 59. This is 59 on hit. So this is a 59 floor break starter, which is not bad. That's crazy good. So that's good. The consumption of remaining heat time has been changed from 300 frames to 240. So it's still a bit expensive, but for this damage, and it got buffed, we might finally have a reason to not only go for charge moves in heat, because this actually has a reason to use now, right? It's better. And this is an issue being like jump status, so we know, yeah, it's fine. This is we don't have to talk about. But this, in combination with the damage buff, is that's a heat move, all right. Before, it didn't even felt like a heat move. It felt like a downgrade. Like, why would you use this? Why would you consume your heat? Right? You have your heat smash, you have your charge move. The charge moves are really good in heat. No reason to go for it. But now, you know, on hit, 59 damage, on block, a Sid mix-up, a cute Sid mix-up is not like a very lethal mix-up, but it's still something. So, yeah, I like this change. But let's talk about the biggest change. And in my opinion, this definitely will help bears in the long run. 4-1+2. So that is the unbreakable scoop out of the HBS stance. Bear stance. And it reads, the technique has been changed to a recoverable gauge extinguisher, which has the ability to erase the opponent's recovery gauge on hit. This is exactly what they needed. This is crazy to think that Bandai actually listened. This is something I said like the first week, because you do so much chip damage with Panda or the Kuma bears, right? But how do you just get rid of it? You kind of have to like mix them up and hope you open them up for like a combo and they explode. But now you have a way to really get rid of it without like going for an open up. And the fucked up thing is, this throw, the 4-1+2 throw, it gives you a guaranteed booty afterwards. So you know what? I'm going to boot up the game and I'm going to show you guys a little sequence as an example how good this is. However, don't sugarcoat it too much because it's still out of a throw that is 26 frames. So it's kind of slow, right? It's this move, 26 frames. But here's the reason why it's still very potent. Look at all that white HP. So now we have a way to just get rid of it. With this. So here's the thing. But you can just duck it. Well. You have this. You have HBS down 1+2. And HBS down 1+2 on block, you can just heat dash, and you're +5 or +20 at the wall. What is it at the wall? Let's see. Because it gives you like a wall crumple, right? +18. And in the open, it's a starter, right? So you actually have a reason to be afraid of the mid. And don't forget, again, you can dash and it's plus, but it's even safe on block. It's a safe on block like mid. So this is very strong, right? This is very strong. So I'm glad they gave the bears this. This is really good. So again, I think this is probably the best change they gave bears. So this is a fix. This is about the Beyblade. This is nothing. Let's not talk about it. Sid 1 getting 5 points more actually is pretty nice. Which is this low. This only did 10 damage. Now it does 15 damage, or will be 15. Which is nice. You know, if you hit this twice, you do 10 more damage compared to the patch before. Or this patch, you know. And don't forget, this is only minus 12. So 15 damage on only minus 12. Not bad. And also, don't forget, you have a follow-up. So you have this. You have the follow-up as well. Also only minus 12. And the follow-up, which is the cooler part, it's like plus 6 from what I know, right? Yeah, look, it's plus 6. And now counter, if the first hit hits, the second hit's just guaranteed. So it's really good that it got this low. Getting a damage buff, absolutely welcome. I'm not complaining about it. I'm happy, right? Yeah, this patch is not bad. It's not bad. This is just a fix on Sid 2. And the collision has been adjusted to alleviate issues where it appeared that the character was touching the opponent, but the attack didn't connect. This is bear roll. And the distance from the opponent on block has been reduced. So I'm going to show you, chat, what I mean, or what they mean with that. So let's just put him on block. You see how she moves away? So that will get fixed or buffed, I guess, where she's up close in your face. You know why this is good? You have really good options out of your roll, right? So the thing you want is them being up close for like this, right? Sometimes it happened that roll shoved them so far out of your range that roll 1 just whiffed. So this is really nice. And speaking of roll 1, I think that's the last change, which is the distance from the opponent has been reduced on block. So yeah, this is this button. This button. Roll 1. So that's also like a fix. Or a buff. Is it a fix? A fix buff? So, TLDR. This is definitely a step to the right direction. Especially this. Like apparently that you can like just kill white health with the bears without taking the risk to open them up for like a combo and kill them is really fucking nice. And we only have to see and wait and see about the shooting star. A lot of damage. It's cheaper now. It feels like a heat move. And the heat smash doing a bit more damage. Can be executed from barrel roll. We have to see. This is probably the biggest question mark, right? Shooting star out of barrel. I don't know how that will work, but I hope it's gonna be cool. No adjustment. Victor, Lily, King, Paul, Yoshi. They're on their way, so they will fix it or buff nerf them. But yeah, that's pretty much it about bears. Like I'm happy. We're gonna see how it will work. But here's the thing, right? Like I'm glad they buffed the bears, but they also buffed other characters. So I have to see how the Panda will adapt around other characters getting buffed.